Murep is NASA's one of their minority programs, and then includes as NSF's one of their minority programs. And it's not just minority, but the idea is to increase the inclusion. The competition was high school competitors learned how to program these little robots, and then they would upload their code to the space station, and then they would, operate them there.
The Astrobee, to my understanding, the students would develop a code, and once the competition or the live stream was happening, but they would send that code to the Astrobee, and it would say a wave or something, to program it to do something. And the students would be at the podium saying, this is our code, this is why we created it. It's really interesting what a lot of technology and coding can do. With electrical engineering, I think that's why we really try to recruit students who have that passion for, STEM or hands-on. And the good thing about NTU is there's a lot of hands-on classes.
The first 3 years of the NASA Murep Includes project had a mission to broaden participation in engineering, robotics, and computer science using Zero Robotics on Astrobee. They formed the Consortium for Hispanic and Indigenous Education on Robotics in Space, CHEERS, which consisted of partners: Navajo Technical University, Kea Advanced Rural Manufacturing Alliance, CARMA, California State University, Long Beach, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and Innovation Learning Center. The UC Berkeley Development Engineering Program is partnered with Navajo Technical University to work together on a variety of STEM projects, creating engineering solutions, design, and entrepreneurship curricula that are grounded in Indigenous knowledge and relevant to NTU students and community members. This partnership reflects a shared commitment to place-based education and community-centered innovation.
So NASA Murep is like a project from NASA to outreach the people in minorities, especially here in Navajo and also at the NTU, to more engage with STEM. We have explored how the project been done over the years, and our output gonna be like a course. There's a DNA way of thinking. So DNA way of thinking, we're gonna use how marrying this two big knowledge from NASA and from Navajo. So we would like to create a course that marrying STEM with this experience for students. I think it's gonna be very unique. Especially we got help from Jessica, PhD student from Berkeley. That is really, I would say, it's amazing course designed.
Hanson Tapaha develops an Arduino educational kit, incorporating coding, hardware elements, and space focus. The goal is to enhance STEM education through hands-on learning and recruit students to enroll in university STEM programs.
The idea came is maybe we can provide these kits for students so that they're prepared for some of the experiments that are in our textbooks. The kits that are comprised of a development board, a Raspberry Pi, or an Arduino, breadboards, some wire connections, and some resistors. You can use them for gaming, make small emulators, or you could use them for an ROV, or just a small audio device. You could even use it as that, or just a small computer that you can just toy around with and kind of play around, use it as a sandbox for different types of operating systems.
The STAR, Student Tracking Angular Rotation Recorder, is an embodied design tool for fourth graders to begin to learn about angles from a movement-based activity where an angle is part of a rotation. The activity design is rooted in Dene epistemology and cosmology by involving the students in a simulated planetarium that focuses on the Nahukos constellation.
My own project and research is focused on math education, currently in elementary education, about angles and giving students a way to integrate their Dene epistemology and Western epistemology in the math classroom. Fourth grade, according to the Common Core standards, is when students start to learn about angles. So to give them the first introduction of this, rather than it being from a static textbook, it's through a collaborative process where two students help each other to collaborate and create a constellation, two constellations that they kind of go dot to dot to complete. And so in this project, they come to know angles as kind of action-based part of rotation rather than just static triangle-like on a page. It opens up kind of a broader view of how different cultures have come to kind of quantify the world around them.
We were looking for ways to incorporate like native kind of themed elements to use for AI. Our forgers were have an effect on the local jewelers because there were actually several groups around this area that were producing forgeries in other countries and having them shipped here. A lot of that was reducing either the price of their jewelry or people not even wanting to buy their jewelry anymore because they weren't sure if what they had was actually authentic. So that's where I got involved, and that's where my project was kind of picked up. And potentially having AI tell us the difference between authentic native jewelry versus forgeries that have been made. Being able to actually use your own phone to take a picture and have it tell you whether or not that item is authentic or not. You could use machine learning AI in that fashion to have an actual impact on jewelers around the reservation.
And I guess you could say that project really got impacted by COVID because, it was, when it got awarded, we were, at the heat of, really at the max, I would probably say, of COVID. But it was a 3-year project. And then, and so I would say the last year I would say it really was successful at accomplishing what was planned. And then last year, then I did a no-cost extension because we had, unfinished business, I would say, on the NTU side.
The Navajo people, right, we have the Dene philosophy of learning, right? How could we use the Dene philosophy of learning in building or creating a engineering process, right, into innovation?
Science has always just been in the books for school, but when you put it with activities and put it in the work field here, that opens the student to have an open mind. STEM's important here on the reservation because a lot of our doings, a lot of our livestock, a lot of our even our ceremonies has to do with astrology. Even in an environment of why the ground is so dry to the trees, we as Native Americans can understand the elders' wisdom, also the wisdom of the scientists. And the more we understand, the more we can survive in this area. And that STEM the area subject of STEM will be stronger when they decide to go to college.